Hey, what's up everybody, GGTV here, and first off, I'm gonna discuss some comments I gotten from firebird7ate9, and I just want to tell you first, do not harass this person, do not, start any shit with him. I'm not here to bully him or anything like that, so before you think this is a roast video, no it's not. I'm just going to address some of his concerns and stuff like that, because he really has. He did not like my finale of the Kingdom Hearts 0.2 burp asleep thing. I'm just gonna comment on what he's saying, because a lot of it is pretty much wrong in my opinion at least. So let's start. Obviously you never heard of Sion, because you would not have said that if you have played Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Yes, I do actually know about Sion, and I haven't played that game, but I watched through the cutscenes that you got in the 1.5 remakes thing. And what does this has to do with anything? If I'm not totally mistaken, that Sion is getting killed by the organization at the end, but what sense does that make to what I was saying in the Let's Play and stuff like that? And P.S. Axel is not Lee. Yes, he kinda is, because when you meet up with Lee in Burp Asleep, he's saying, got it memorized, which is Axel's catchphrase. So basically, he looks like Axel and acts like Axel, but it's Axel's nobody. So basically, it's the same person. So I'm totally disagreeing with you there. You're just trying to be mad to be mad. No, I tried to have an opinion about something because I didn't like the ending and I didn't like this game. Is that really that hard to believe? No, it's just because I hate everything and I want to be mad about just being mad for being mad. Because someone poked your anus too hard this morning. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to this. P.S. Kingdom Hearts has always been cheesy, every one of them. Yes, in a way, but most of the cheesy moments in the other games were actually funny and written good. This wasn't written good, because what he's saying is the thing that Riku said at end of 0.2, because that was really out of character for him, because he's usually the more serious person. I'm not saying that he needs to be serious all the time, but it was really out of character for him, in my opinion at least. So that's why I got a little bit ticked out for that. And yes, like I said, Kingdom Hearts has had its cheesier moments, but they're written good. And it's done so much better in the other games. That's my point. You would not have made it to this game properly if you didn't play those cheesy games before this. Yes, I have, and I actually really like 1 and 2. I do think that number 2 has some flaws, since it became really convoluted, especially with Burp Asleep and stuff like that. And yeah, I liked the Burp Asleep, I liked Kingdom Hearts 2, but my favorite is Kingdom Hearts 1. And not to say that that game doesn't have any flaws, because it really does. The platforming in that game is terrible. It's a part of the charm and fun. You don't take it seriously, you just have fun with it. It's not trying to be The Last of Us here. I never said that that it needs to be The Last of Us. I never said that, and he's gonna keep on saying this a little bit down. But so I'm not supposed to take the characters and the story seriously? Is that what you're saying? Because then they're pretty much not making this game for me anymore. It's completely fine if you like it. That's completely fine if you don't want to take anything serious in a game. If everything is gonna be cheesy and stuff like that. It's okay that have some cheesy dialogue and have some light-hearted moments, but they need to be good. That's my point. And then I pretty much said that, yeah, same things that I have already talked about. And yes, about bringing back Lee or Axel, it's pretty much the same character. Yeah, that's just bad, and I don't think he's disagreeing with me there, since I don't think he's saying anything about it. And then I said that this is just a tech demo and stuff like that, and he said it wasn't a tech demo if it's not pushing the tech. Well, that's kind of what they're doing. Like, yeah, I can admit that he's kind of right in some places by saying that, but in another place he's kind of wrong as well, since This game is pretty much showing how Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna be. It's showing off the graphics of Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's showing off the gameplay. Because there was a lot of new things in the gameplay in the 0.2 thing. Like sliding on the slides and stuff like that. I guess they kind of had that in 3D, but they kind of refined it in the 0.2 thing. So it is kind of tech demo for Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, it's not pushing like the PS4's tech, like he's saying with Uncharted 4 and Horizon Zero Dawn. Those games are more tech demos. I can't disagree with that, because tech demos are more to show off the new games and what the games can handle. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Make sure to tell me in the comments if you think so. I'm like a little bit yeah, no on that really. But they keep as close as the Kingdom Hearts style while still polishing up the power of the PS4 provides. Yeah, kind of just what you said about Uncharted 4 and Horizon Zero Dawn, man. Okay. I can understand and respect if you don't like it. And listen to this. I can't respect you trying to bash the characters, writing or voice acting. So you're saying first that you can understand and respect that I don't like something, but you don't want me to voice my opinion about it. You want me to shut the fuck up because you like these writing characters and voice acting. And I said a little bit down here that that's really a fascist mindset right there. That it's okay to have an opinion as long as you don't talk about your opinions. Like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all, man. Seriously, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But of course he says, oh yeah, nice putting off my comment so we can form whatever you want from it and defend the undefendable. So it's undefendable to have an opinion now? And besides, he's liking all his comments. Like, the second after he's posting this, he's liking his own comments. I have the freedom to like whatever I want, and so do others. Well, that's exactly what I did in that video. I voiced my opinions. And that's what he's saying, that we should have the freedom to do that. But apparently it's not me that have the freedom. It's him that got the freedom to like whatever he wants. It's okay to... completely okay to like something or dislike something. If I dislike something you like, that's cool. It's awesome that you can like it. I wish I could like it, but I was critical of it and I didn't like it. And then of course he's going, and it seems like he has 0 likes and 2 dislikes. It's pretty much him and probably all the account that he got. Not only are you not in any way popular, what are you, a teenage girl or something? Or like, oh, you're so ugly, you're not popular, you're fat, you're ugly. But the only ones that have watched disliked, real shame. No, actually it's 18 people has watched this and only 2 has disliked. Do you know math? It's just that the people that did watch it, and maybe they did like it, I don't know. But they didn't want to dislike or like it, for whatever reason. What else do we got there? It didn't bring him back just to bring him back. It lore-wise made sense. He had been back You just didn't finish Dream Drop Distance. And that's completely true, I haven't finished Dream Drop Distance yet. But that better makes sense then. If you're saying it makes sense, I'm gonna take your words for it then. That it makes sense to bring Lee back. But it still bugs me that they're putting back popular characters that died in their old games. It's like, okay, people really like Ares from Final Fantasy VII. Let's bring her back. Oh, that Ned Stark character in Game of Thrones, better get him back because people really liked him. Because we can't have anybody stay dead. It's same with that Hodor character. Everybody really liked him. Bring him back in the next season. And Jack from Titanic, of course, bring him back. He didn't really frisk to death. He like walked all over the water like Jesus or something. And then he put like a statue of him frozen there. Why not? I bet it makes as much sense as bringing Lee back. But I'm going to see if it actually makes sense. So I'm not gonna say anything else about that. He had been alive since 2012 when DDD came out. Okay, sure, I guess they're gonna... The story has always been directed by Nomura, which... well, so what's your point there? So everything that Nomura is going to make is gold just because he made Kingdom Hearts? Is that what you're saying? So... every director that has made a good movie that we liked, every goddamn movie he's making in the future then, is gonna be good, right? And I stated before, Nomar is actually kind of a bad director. He's a good game maker, but as a director, he's kind of clutching things up. Everything he's making takes a bunch of time, and he's always changing his minds all the time with the ideas and stuff like that, which kinda has hurt the Kingdom Hearts series a lot. And yes, there is gonna be a ton of dislikes on this video since people like Nomar for whatever reason. He's a good producer, but the director, not really. And the only thing that has changed is that he has done a lot other games between Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, he's pretty much made a lot of fillers between Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 to make the story even more confusing for some reason. And this is so you really want to nitpick. Not really, my complaints are valid for the most part. You haven't said anything that, except for that Lee thing. Maybe that makes sense. I don't think so, but it's still up for grabs. I'm still going to play through the Dream Drop Distance thing. You're gonna find faults if you really want to. I don't really want to, I just want to play a game that is good. The story has always been convoluted and ridiculous to follow. Not really, Kingdom Hearts 1 was actually pretty simple to follow, but they made it really ridiculously hard after that. Not to mention all the consoles you had to buy until recently just to follow the story. Yeah, that's actually really crappy out of them to make us buy a hell of a lot of systems, to just give us a lot of fillers that barely has something to do with the story. Basically, you know you're a Kingdom Hearts fan if you see a crazy story and hardly makes sense at times and still manage to love it all. Like I said before, I love Kingdom Hearts 1, I love Kingdom Hearts 2, I really like the Birth by Sleep as well. Not as much as Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1, but still a good game. But I still have flaws with them. I can still look at it critically and still like it. It does not mean that I hate it. Do I hate Kingdom Hearts 0.2? I disliked it, I guess. What else did he say? Buy them or don't buy, I honestly don't care at this point. I see why you're subs. I see why you're at the subs. You're at while actually fans like the gamer. What? I see why you're at the subs you're at while actual fans like the Gamers Joint. The thing about the Gamers Joint, no offense to the guy or something, I like him, I'm subscribing him as well, but he has never ever said anything critically about the Kingdom Hearts games. Or at least I don't think so. And HMK, I don't know who that is, have 10,000s! Or 100,000s. I'm not gonna lie, I care if I have subscribers or not. I really care about the few subscribers I have. And apparently he was a subscriber since I lost the subscribers right after this conversation. And then I said, yeah, I have opinions too, and I'm free to express them as much as you. Then why do you say that you can't respect my opinions? I stated why I have them. And both of those dislikes are probably from you, just like when you like your own comments. And he hasn't said anything about that he isn't liking the comments, so I'm betting it is him. Yeah, and it's like why the fans likes Game Choice is because he usually don't have anything to criticize with the games. So of course the Kingdom Hearts fanboys are gonna love him, of course. And again, I like that the Gamer Joint guy has a lot of good news about Kingdom Hearts. So check that guy out if you haven't already, if you like Kingdom Hearts. I haven't seen him criticize the game once, or games once, which is completely fine. He doesn't need to criticize it. It's cool if that you and him like the games. Sorry for stuttering here, but I have the freedom and right to dislike it and voice my opinion. Yeah, and when he's saying, defending me, or that I cut off his comments, but it's still, my point still stands. Let's see the first thing he said. You're just mad cause someone poked your anus too hard this morning. So insinuating that I'm either gay or getting raped. So again, yeah, nice, cutting off my comment so you can form whatever you want from it and defend your... This guy doesn't really use periods at all. He uses commas a lot, but not periods. And I pretty much said that I might... my point still stands, that I'm still allowed to have my opinion and voice it. That's at least what you sound like, that I can't voice my opinion, but I can still have my opinion. Yes, you didn't misunderstand me. You can go disliking this game, saying Kingdom Hearts up till now has been Naughty Dog levels. Which I have never ever said in that video or in the comments here. I never said that this needs to be Naughty Dog levels. Which is what you make it sound like. No, I don't make it sound like that. I just want the game to be good, and I didn't think the game was good. Nothing has changed story-wise. Yes, it have. Music-wise. How can you fucking say that when you're playing Dream Drop Distance? Getting the most generic Japanese pop music ever, or acting? Well, yes, actually, at the end there, the voice acting was actually a little bit bad at the 0.2 thing. It's literally Kingdom Hearts levels of storytelling. No, it's not. So, what the Sora did in Kingdom Hearts 2 was mope around and did a lot of exposition. So is that what you're saying? That Kingdom Hearts 2 had the Sora go up around and mope a lot? And talk to himself about exposition that we already know about? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what the 0.2 game did. And you're saying this game is garbage? No. Yes, I am actually saying that this is a pretty bad game. It's 2 hours long for a $60 game, and you also get a 3DS title as well as that you can get for $10 now, probably. So, no, I don't think this is worth it, and I didn't think it was a good game. I can say that. I have the right to say that, because I have my own opinion. I'm a free to do so. Like you're saying, I have the freedom to like whatever I want. And so do I. If you're saying this is shit, you're saying the others are... No! So, Kingdom Hearts 1, did Sora go around and mope and do a lot of exposition in that game? No, he did not. Well, your opinion is wrong on this. Just because it maybe nostalgic. No, it's not because of that. It's because I have some legit opinions about this game. Doesn't mean that Kingdom Hearts as a whole is a poorly made. No, it doesn't. But it means that this is poorly made, at least in my opinion. That doesn't mean I don't love the shit out of it. That's completely fine, dude. I never said that you don't need to like it. I just said that I don't like it. Again, you're labeling the series up till now has been amazing. No, I said that Kingdom Hearts 1 was amazing. Kingdom Hearts 2 was really good, and Purposely was also very good. But I wouldn't say it's amazing, but that's my opinion. Yeah. And this one game in comparison is shit when it exact issues you're speaking of is during the video. Are the issues that plagued Kingdom Hearts since 1. So, each Kingdom Hearts games has had bad voice acting and cheesy dialogue. No. Not really. Yeah, the platforming in Kingdom Hearts 1 was kinda bad, but it was the first game in the series. Of course it's not gonna be like gold from the first game. Only we get slightly better combat. What? Only that we get slightly better combat each time. The combat is up for grabs. P.S. No, I only disliked once. I can't dislike multiple times on my... Yes, you can if you have 2 accounts. But if you didn't do that, then you probably did your friend get to do that, but I'm not going to say that 100%. It could be that somebody has disliked it. It's completely okay if you dislike. But yeah, that's pretty much what he said. I disagree. If anybody else wants to tell me if I'm completely wrong about this, please do. If everybody's going to say like and actually make sense that oh, you're actually wrong about everything and all that stuff, that I can admit when I'm wrong, but this guy can't admit it. He just can't. But anyway, that's it for this video. This has been 22 minutes now. I'm sorry for a long video, but tell me in the comments what do you think about this. And don't go to this video and start bullying and stuff like that. I just want to talk with him because I had a lot to say because I didn't want to write it all. And hopefully you don't see this as bullying him. I feel like I haven't said anything that is bullying in this video. I've just been straight to the point. I disagree and stuff like that, and yeah, pretty much. Yes, I called him a teenage little girl, but that's pretty much what he is when he's saying things like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.